So today I'll be looking at Thinkwick. I apologize, but I have to pronounce it that way because the exclamation point tells me to. Now, Thinkwick is an edutainment title from the Learning Company. Now, I just need to preface by saying I absolutely hate that word, edutainment. I mean, I just feel stupid saying it. Edutainment. I'm going to be edumacated. And, for a genre of games intended to make you smart, I don't know, I just think they could come up with a better term, but hey, that's just me and I'm rambling. Anyway, this is the box for the game. I'll be reviewing the Apple IIgs version, which is really nothing more than the Apple II version package on a 3.5-inch floppy disk. Now, in Thinkwick, you must enter into the castle of Mystikar to rid the kingdom of an evil dragon. As I mentioned, the game is considered an edutainment title, but to me, it's really not at all. If the game would have been called something like Castle of Mystikar and had a different publisher, people would probably classify it as an action/puzzle game or something like that. So on the main menu screen, as you can see, you have quite a lot of options for such a relatively simple game. This includes a character selection option, although you can only choose between playing as a little white boy or girl. Yeah, this was made before games acknowledged that other races actually existed. It's also got a very nice tutorial. Matter of fact, it's one of the best that I've ever seen for a game of that time. Very thorough. You can also save your progress on another disk and then load it for later. You can turn the timer on or off, and if it's set to on, then it's going to summon a dragon once it starts to run low. For those most daring and dauntless heroes, you also have an expert mode for an extra challenge. The red and green faces actually kind of remind me of the Gorgolites and the Trollobors from the game Drubs. And you also have a castle creation tool to build your own custom maps and then watch as your friends die repeatedly in your castle of doom. And that's every option that you have on the menu. So without further ado, let's play this game. And you can actually start at different parts of the game. I'll go ahead and start at the beginning, just so I can walk you through all the different phases. Okay, so this is how the game works. So just before entering each level of the game, you're going to be shown two seemingly random objects, but they actually share some important characteristics. In this case, they're both objects which have holes in them. Yeah, the game's going to be pretty simple since it's meant for kids. Now, what you want to do is hit the lever, enter into the floor of the castle, and you'll want to search each of the rooms in the hopes of finding other objects which share those similarities. Now, once you find one and you're able to touch it, it's going to transform into either a magical item or a piece of your passage finder. Once you get one of these items, you'll want to go to your hideout by pressing H. Your magical items need to be dropped into the cauldron, which is going to slowly reveal an ancient giant knight who, upon formation, can be controlled to kill the dragon. The puzzle pieces need to be placed into the passage finder, and once all the pieces of the puzzle are placed in that location, then it's going to reveal the secret passageway to the next level of the game. So now just find the room that matches the layout of your passage finder map. And once you have found that room, you just want to refer to the map one more time and note the exact location of the passage, and it's revealed by that little black dot on the passage finder itself. And now you just want to physically touch that spot with your character, and that's going to reveal the doorway to the next level. And as you can see, it is locked, and I don't have the key yet, so I want to grab the last object and then stick that object into the cauldron, which is going to reveal the key, take the key back to the door, insert, and I'm off to the next level. Now, the reason that I call Thinkwick a puzzle game is because that's exactly what it is. So you're going to have to hit these various switches that are going to open and close various doors, and the whole objective here is to create a passageway so that you can actually touch the objects that you desire. Now, along the way, you're also going to encounter these slime worms, and when there's only one of them on the screen, they're easy enough to get around. It's when you have multiple slime worms running around that you're going to have a little bit of trouble. Now, if you get too close to a slime worm, it's going to devour you and you're going to get trapped inside its belly. Luckily, it has the word "out" tattooed on its stomach lining to conveniently show you the way out. Luckily, the game gives you one defense to combat these evildoers: a flower. Yes, a flower stops the slime worm. What kind of a hero is this? Have they never heard of daggers or swords? I mean, I guess, yeah, okay, worms like flowers, but these are like giant mutant slime worms. Whatever. I prefer to smash the worm with a door to the face. And I love how they still smile at you too. Like, yeah, is that all you got? Now, when the hourglass runs low, the dragon's going to appear. And at first, you might be able to outrun him, but before long, you're going to be imprisoned in his den, and it's game over. So once you're able to assemble your entire knight, you'll be able to face off against the dragon. But first, you're going to actually control your knight through the control room, and you have to unlock the door to the dragon's den. That's going to require that you unlock all 3 keyholes with the appropriate key. And so you control your knight with these arrow keys, and it's just kind of silly because you actually walk over the arrow key. Why you can't just use your joystick or the keyboard to move the knight directly, I don't really know. I guess they thought this would be a little bit more fun or challenging. And so you just want to place the appropriate key in the right keyhole, and once you're able to unlock all 3 of them, it's off to the dragon in the most epic battle of our time. Okay, so it's not the epic battle that we thought it would be, but you do get to kick the dragon, and you can press the spacebar to see that coward fly away. And so what are my thoughts on Thickwick? Well, I think it's a pretty darn good game, and like I mentioned earlier, the fact that it's an educational title, I think that's a little misleading because it's a lot more than that. But definitely worth a try. It was ported to a lot of different systems, so no excuses. Go play Thickwick! Thanks for watching.